All right. We're back. Hello. My name is Dave, and this is my brother Ray, and we are.
Preachers from the bleachers.
It's been a while since we've been here. We're gonna try this again. We took a season off. We're gonna call this season two, but it's been a while. We've had some schedule conflicts, and got it all worked out now. So we're gonna start up again. So once again, I'm Dave. This is my brother Ray, and if you guys want to listen to us on a podcast, you can get us right here on YouTube or anchor.fm/preachers from the bleachers. Also, that propagates out to Spotify. And it forward this to anybody you think might be interested, and hit subscribe, whatever. We're just here to have fun, talk about some sports. As we said before, man, we've always had these conversations. We've kept having these conversations, just we hadn't recorded them over the last year. So we're getting back to recording them. If you guys have any comments or whatever, put it down there. We'll get back to you.
Hate
Anything?
mail, yeah, good or bad. Hate mail, we don't care. Whatever you got to say, go and send it to us. We take it. We'll
Anything
listen
you want to
to
hear us
it.
talk about,
Yeah.
sports or not, we got opinions. But anyway, without further ado, let's go to the hot hand. Let's start off with let's have an NFL season recap, man. What do you think? Super Bowl champs or the Rams? Said I believe you called that before the season started.
I did.
Good
I
call,
did.
sir. Ne- Next time, put the money where your mouth is, and we can make some money.
Well, you know how this works, man. Like the minute you put your money on it,
It's gone.
it don't work. It doesn't
Changes
work. Like
everything.
it changes your whole thought process, your philosophy. What should happen is when I say it, you put your money on it. But
Yeah.
if I go into it thinking, hey, I'm gonna place a bet, I think this is gonna happen. I think the bet changes your whole mentality because you're thinking about winning the money. Like these $2 parlays I be playing, they don't change nothing. $2, I ain't gonna miss it. But if
Right.
you ask me to put $2,000 on something, I probably would have took the Bengals. I
Yeah.
I lie. I lie. You gave me $2,000 before the season started. This season, last season, any season, I'm betting the Chiefs
Yeah.
for the next 5 years.
Okay.
I would have lost.
Yes. Yeah, that's a tough bet for me, but good call. Rams going all the way. I actually before the playoffs, I called Bengals to the Super Bowl.
Good
So
job on you. I didn't see that at all.
yeah,
They
I
still
call.
in my mind they still the Bengals.
Well, that's true. It's hard for to get out of that losing mentality, man. I mean, some teams just have that losing culture, and man, it's hard to get away from that. Uh, the Dallas Cowboys should know. Um, since it's been 30 years since they've been good
How you
enough
gonna
to.
compare the Cowboys to the Bengals? How many Super Bowls the Bengals have won? How
I
many
just
playoff
I just
games?
wanted to tweak the Cowboys.
We got two Cowboy fans that listen, and they probably this ain't even been posted yet, but they probably already at your door trying to knock it
Yeah,
down.
but I'm in Dallas, so I got to say something, man. I mean, every year they talk about, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. We got the team, we got the players, we got the lineup, and they lose in
But
the first round.
it's not even that serious because they do have a team that could make it to the Super Bowl. The problem was when Quincy Carter was the quarterback when they were talking about we going to the Super Bowl. That's the problem with Cowboy fans.
Yeah,
They
all
just
right.
they just unrealistic.
Yeah. So anyway, you think the Rams are going back to the Super Bowl next year?
Are the Rams in the NFC?
Yes.
Yeah, I got Kansas City winning the Super Bowl. As long as for the next 5 years, if you asking me who the winner is, it's going to be the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes. You ask me who's going to win in the NFC? Is everybody coming back? Is Aaron Donald coming back? Is the coach coming back? Can they get OBJ on a really cheap deal now that he hurt? That gives them three wide receivers. Then you're gonna come back with what's my man that got hurt in the middle of the season or just after OBJ got there. So you coming back with three legitimate
Robert
ballers.
Woods.
Robert Woods, thank you,
Yeah.
sir. You can't go. You start a season with Woods, OBJ, and Coop. How are you not the favorite? So I can't think a team in the NFC that could come close to dethroning Aaron Darnold and all them weapons that they would have.
Yeah.
And then Stafford comes back in year two in his system. Stafford looked okay. I thought he would look better than he did.
He struggled in the Super Bowl, yeah.
But whatever it was enough to win. So like now you're gonna come back with a whole other season. I would have to say Rams in Kansas City. If you asking me today, my heart is gonna always be with the Bears. Now that we're in year 2 with Justin Fields, I'm expecting us to be like the Bengals. Go to the Super Bowl and lose. That's what I'm expecting. This finger is for the Bears general manager talking all that. This finger is for the Bears new coach talking all that. They've been talking a lot. You think they were playing the game? GM coming, the GM making statements talking about we gonna take the North and never give it back. Hey, bro, you ain't never been a GM before. You should shut your mouth, make your moves, do your job, try to win a playoff game. Make the playoffs, and then maybe start making some proclamations. When you come out here and you ain't never, ever, ever done it before, and you come out here making proclamations, that's your ass, Mr. Postman, if you don't get it right.
Well, I can see the Rams again in the Super Bowl. AFC's a little bit tougher for me, man. The Buffalo Bills look really good, and I see a lot of people actually picking the Bills to be there. So they'd have to add a player or two. Their running game outside of Josh Allen is pretty rough. Singletary stepped up a little bit. What's the other guy? He faded. Zach Moss faded a bit. So, and they just, I think they know that neither one of those guys is really the guy, but this is what we got for now. So they may address that in the offseason. I don't know. Bills look pretty good. If they add a receiver to Diggs,
they need another wide receiver and probably just a better run game coordinator.
Yeah,
I think get by with Zach Moss and Singletary.
I think
they know they got a problem at running back because your quarterback led them in rushing.
Yeah,
that ain't something you want to do. This ain't the Baltimore Ravens, right? Everybody, they'll point out how Lamar leads the team in rushing. Yeah, but they also got 2 other guys over 800 yards, over 700 yards.
Yeah.
So it's not Baltimore just runs the damn ball, period. We think they throw the ball because they got Lamar, but when everybody was healthy, let's take out last year. Lamar got hurt, both of the running backs got hurt, but the two previous years before that, they always got 2 running backs that both got 700 yards, and then Lamar got at least 700 yards. That's a lot of run game.
Yeah, Bills aren't doing that.
Buffalo ain't doing that. They just got one guy rushing for 750, and it just happens to be the quarterback, and the other 2 dudes getting like 300-400 yards. That ain't gonna be enough. The team that scares me the most is the Titans. Not really. I'm glad you put. I'm glad.
I mean,
look on your face.
Derrick Henry is great, man, but Ryan Tannehill.
It ain't got nothing to do with Derrick Henry.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers just bought a house in Nashville, brother. You know what? I know you don't want to go there, but I would be really happy if he left the NFC North and let my.
I bet you would. You sick of seeing his face.
Hey man, I'm pretty sure we have beat Brett Favre more times than we have beat Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Oh, for sure, man. I mean, I think we might have owned. We win 1 game every other year against Rodgers.
Well, Favre threw a lot more interceptions than Aaron Rodgers.
That might be the case, and that's the reason why I'm not a Brett Favre fan.
Yeah.
Because you can't be in the top 10 greatest quarterbacks if you have the most interceptions of all time. That doesn't go together. It just means you was really good sometime, and you like throw it all over the place, but you throw it all over the place irresponsibly.
But as much as you think Aaron Rodgers is better than Brett Favre, and I'm not going to disagree with you 100%, but they both have the same number of Super Bowls in Green Bay.
They both have the same number of Super Bowl appearances?
1. Yeah. I don't know. Rodgers has 1 more, right?
I thought he had at least been to 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah, he may have been, but they only got 1 Super Bowl win each. So
I'm tired of that argument, though, Dave. We can't. I mean, it's just a weird argument to me to say this guy only won 1 Super Bowl and say the word only. Like winning Super Bowls are really easy.
Yeah, but I'm only saying that in comparison to Brett Favre, not into any other realm. Just everybody compares him to Brett Favre, and that's always a comparison, Rodgers to Favre. And I'm just saying, Comparing those two, they both have the same numbers.
Aaron Rodgers, they don't have the same numbers. Aaron Rodgers got 4 MVPs, don't he?
Same number of Super Bowl wins is what I said.
But if we're comparing, we got to compare your whole career.
Well, that's fine. You are 100% correct. Aaron Rodgers does have more MVPs. You're right.
He got MVPs in years that were, they weren't his best years. This year was pretty dope. This year was not even comparable to last year. He still won the MVP.
Right, but MVP is not the goal, right? Super Bowl win is the goal.
It depends. You're still talking to me again, right? I think sometimes the goal is to get paid. I don't give a damn about a Super Bowl win. I want my team to win the Super Bowl.
Right.
And if I was playing, I'd be Deion Sanders. Who got the biggest check? That's where the hell I'm going. I don't care about none of that. It's finite, Dave. It's finite. The amount of time. Tom Brady, the only dude that played this long for that well, right?
Yeah.
It's finite. The time that you have to make money is very finite. So I'm getting paid. Would I like to get a Super Bowl? Man, I'd be like Charles Barkley in the NBA. I wait till I'm really, really old, then I'm gonna just start hopping and skipping on teams trying to find the championship. I'm here to get paid.
But at that level, those guys have more money than they're ever going to spend. At the level of Aaron Rodgers, I'm saying, not like your offensive lineman or your quarterback.
Quarterback's a lot of money.
In that case, it's all about the Quan. You remember the Quan from Jerry Maguire?
I want the Quan.
The Quan. My ambassador of Quan. It's all about the Quan. It's not about the coin. It's about the Quan. So, but you're right. Aaron Rodgers does have more Quan than Brett Favre because of the MVPs and stuff. So I give you that. So your call for next year's Super Bowl is Rams and Chiefs. I'm with you on the Rams. I got 3 teams in the AFC. I think the Chargers, man, that they need this much to get there. So Chargers, Bills, and Chiefs. And I'm just not sure who. I can't. If I had to say right now, I want it to be the Chargers because I love me some Austin Eckler and Justin Herbert. And
Justin Herbert in your fantasy league, though. Tell the world that.
What about it?
You love Justin Herbert, but not enough to keep him in fantasy.
No, I don't know what to do because I tell you, I got running backs, are at a premium. I got 4 running backs I can keep. One of them in the 17th round. And, I looked at some early rankings, and that guy I'm going to keep in the 17th round, if I keep him, is like the 20th ranked running back. So, that's a hell of a value for a running back, a 17th. And the other guy, Antonio Gibson, would cost me a 5th round pick. Well, Justin Herbert would also cost me a 5th round pick. So I can't keep both of those. So I'm not sure. I'm just not sure what to do yet. And Antonio Gibson is like the 12th ranked on that list that I saw. It was from Pro Football Focus. So, and it's way too early to really rank these guys, but I'm just kind of seeing what my options are. And so, I love Justin Herbert, but
you made an argument against yourself.
Well, I got 2 players to talk about.
You said running backs are at a premium.
Right.
And you have 4 of them. So
right.
You still gonna be good to go. You still got premium running backs. Why not have a premium quarterback too?
Well, but if I keep Justin Herbert, then I can only keep 2 of those running backs. I won't have 4. So
you're missing it.
Yeah, I guess so.
Premium is premium. I'd rather have more premium players at different positions than to have, I got premium players, but only at one spot.
Yeah.
And then, the people listening or watching or whatever, they don't understand. Y'all tell this man, Dave, that this was a highly competitive league. We only had like 3 busters. You know what I mean? Albert, I ain't gonna say your name. Albert was sucky. I ain't gonna say his name though. But I'm just saying only 3 people really sucked. Yeah. I was 5th? I was 5th. And literally had the same record as the dude that was in 4th and 3rd. It's competitive.
Now, I got to do this, man, because you threw out his name. Do you know anybody that lost to Albert this year? I think it was you.
You mean the week that Chubb wasn't playing? Hell yeah, the Cleveland Browns lost 2 that day. I mean,
if you're gonna throw him under the bus, tell everybody you lost your
I
game.
lost. I lost to Albert, and boy, I just knew. Even without Chubb, I went into it without Chubb. I was like, if I lose to this dude, I ain't gonna never play fantasy football ever again. Albert took it. Albert really thought I meant that, like I put my $2 parlay on that shit.
Well, I can't. I mean, it's a preachers from the bleachers league, man. I can't kick you out. You're one of the preachers.
That's what I said.
I'm sorry, Albert.
Anyways, that's my boy, man. I love Albert because listen, all BS aside, he's gonna be the only person we know for sure to look at this.
Yeah, you're right. I love Albert too.
He's still our number one fan.
We call each other sometimes, man. It's fun. All right, so that's our predictions. What about your Bears, man? What do they need to do? You like rolling with Fields next year?
I mean, Justin Fields is the most talented quarterback we had since some old white guy in the 50s or 60s or whatever it is. That's just the reality. Like we ain't had a quarterback with this much talent. So if Justin Fields sucks for the next 3 years, I think that's what we should let him do. Let him suck. Let's find out.
He's still better than Mitch Trubisky.
He's still better than Mitch Trubisky. But while we own Mitch going to get a shot this year. Mitch will be the starting quarterback for the New York Giants somewhere around game 8. We can roll back to that or not. But the coach Mitch Trubisky last year was the offense coordinator with Buffalo, which is another reason why I don't pick Buffalo, because you don't have your offense coordinator. I don't know who this new guy is. I don't know if he got grand plans to change the way they play. But I know it's preseason, but Mitch looked real good in what's wrong with my light? There we go. Mitch Trubisky looked really, really good in preseason. He never looked that good in preseason or regular season with the Bears. So, I mean, why not bring him in if you're the Giants just to add a little bit of competition to Jones and see if Jones can keep that spot. I mean, it ain't gonna cost you much. Just don't make the same mistake that other teams have made. And like the Bucks. The Bucks gave Jameis. They guaranteed that 5th year $20 million. They don't want to make that mistake. You bring somebody in and then just let's see if we really want to give you $22 million for that 5th year on the last year.
Yeah.
So no man. I mean, as far as the Bears, all we need is linemen. If we draft anything outside of offensive linemen in the draft, I'm gonna lose my damn mind.
Man, there's so many teams that need some linemen right now. I mean, that Bengals team if imagine how good Burrow could be if he's not getting sacked 7-8 times a game. So, but yeah, good luck getting a lineman. I know they're going to be at a premium this year too. So,
first of all, we got one coming back. We drafted a nasty dude out of Oklahoma State last year, Tevin Jenkins, I believe the name was, and he got hurt. Dude, nasty. You know what I mean? If you're gonna play offensive line, I don't want no damn choir boys on my team. I want somebody that's probably got one foot in the hell and trying to work their way out, but they can't help themselves. That's what I want on my offensive line. And we got one. We need to re-sign one, and we need to draft one. You can't. The reality is, you just can't have 5 awesome ass linemen. You gotta go with 3 at best, because you can't. I mean, it's 58 dudes, 53 dudes on the roster, right?
Yeah.
Only 8 to 12 of them get paid. 3 of them need to be linemen. That's just
protect your quarterback. Amen. Speaking of quarterbacks, mine sucks. If the Carolina Panthers, I have no idea what we're going to do about that, man. I really don't, because they're not letting him go. They can't trade him. His contract sucks. I mean, contract sucks for a player of his quality. He's like $18 million against the cap next year or something like that. 16, 18 million. I mean, yeah. What are you going to do?
They guaranteed the 5th year, so they stuck with that money. That's what I'm saying.
And we got
don't do that.
Yeah, we got an XFL backup who doesn't belong in the NFL, but he played for Matt Rule in college.
I disagree.
He's not a good backup.
You said he don't belong in the NFL, Dave.
Okay, as a quarterback, let me say what. How would you?
Quarterback. I just don't think it takes much to belong. He can't be
All
a
right.
star.
Well, let me say this. I would keep him on the practice squad until he got a little bit better.
Dave, if your starting quarterback make $20 million, which is low nowadays,
Yeah.
what the hell can you pay a backup quarterback? What are you gonna pay him?
Well, I don't know, man. I mean,
A lot. So
I'm not
this is
worried about how much money he's making. I'm worried about what he's
that,
doing on the field, and what he's
the
doing on the
money.
field is
The
terrible.
money dictates how much you can do on the field or what you should be able to do on the field. When they pay you 18, 20, 25, 30 million like they gave Darnold, we're expecting you to do great things. When we pay you 3 million, we're expecting you to hold the clipboard. That's what they get for $3 million as a backup quarterback. We expect you to be able to take the snap, right, hand it off, and to make less than 50% of your passes. We're not expecting you to do that. Like, we know
I expect you can step in and be maybe 75% of what the starter is going to do.
Well, shit, 75% of Sam Darnold ain't that damn hard, bro.
Well,
that's what he did that day.
Okay.
We got to look up the stats. He was 75% of Sam Darnold.
75% of a good starter, not Sam Darnold. So I don't know, man. I don't think he's an NFL ready quarterback. Maybe in a couple years on the practice squad he could be better, but he throws as many interceptions as Sam Darnold does. So I don't know. We got to change quarterback somehow.
I understand what you're saying. Typically speaking, when you say, I mean, like, maybe not so much today in today's NFL, but it does happen. Let's just use this as an example. Mitch Trubisky and Josh. Mitch come in, he's gonna be okay. Mitch still got a winning record in the NFL. You see what I'm saying? But usually what happened is exactly what happened to Mitch. One or two things. I was a first round bust, or I didn't play to what they thought we could play. I'm gonna go somewhere else and be a backup. Or you just an old quarterback. Like you can have what am I thinking of? You can have a quarterback that had a successful career, like a Trent Dilfer, even though I know Trent won a Super Bowl. But if Trent Dilfer goes on somebody's roster and play backup, then yeah, he's going to be 75%. But when 20 years ago, that was always a backup. Quarterbacks now, when they ain't the starter no more, they quit. Back in the day, they just go play backup.
If Trent
played backup.
Yeah, he did for a long time. If Trent Dilfer were in there now, he'd still be better than PJ Walker. PJ, he's just not good. Huh?
But here's the difference. Trent, when you say good, I think you mean isn't talent. I think Trent Dilfer was smart enough to know what the hell he couldn't do.
Yeah.
like if the dude was open or not, if Trent couldn't get the ball there, he was throwing shit out of bounds. That way he do. He'd be like, I can't make this play, man.
That's fine. I mean, what I mean by good is just not throwing 2 interceptions a game. I mean, I'd be even okay with 1 if you're throwing a touchdown game too.
Tell me who you gonna have as your backup.
Well, I don't know, man. I mean, we need a starter right now. I'm less worried about my backup's gonna be Sam Darnold. So we need, man. I would take Nick Foles. I would take Mitch. What's the backup in Philly with Minshew? Gardner Minshew. He's better than
Gardner Minshew is a good backup. I'll give you that one.
I think he's a better starter right now than Sam Darnold.
I was about to say he might be a better starter.
Yeah. Nick Foles wouldn't be bad, like I said. I mean, there's he's what?
He's horrible. Nick Foles caught lightning in the bottle.
He's better than Sam Darnold.
No.
Okay. Anyway, there's like probably a dozen options out there. Somebody's like got a backup on their roster that is better than Sam Darnold.
Ask you another question.
Jameis Winston's going to be out there. I wouldn't take him.
14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. 2 interceptions for Jameis Winston. You do know he played. You do know he played like 5-6 games, and only 2 interceptions. The problem is Sean Payton ain't coming with him.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. Sean Payton ain't coming with him.
Yeah.
So
5 of those touchdowns were in one game where he threw for like 140 yards. So I mean, they were all real short passes. So that's fine. I you know what? I even, as much as I don't like Jameis Winston, I might be willing to take a flyer on him at this point over Sam Darnold.
Sam Darnold, you suck.
Yes, you do. All right, enough on my Bears, or your Bears and my Panthers. So, just one thing before we leave NFL, I was just going to say a shout out to our Preachers from the Bleachers fantasy champion. Oh, that's me. So that's what I cover the cost every year. So if you don't want to pay the money, then just win the damn league, and you don't have to. That's how that works.
So modest of you.
Listen, I don't win that often. That's not true. I do win kind of often.
That was very Ray of you.
Thank you. I'm working on my hubris. Anyway, looking forward to that again next year. Fantasy guys, again, if you heard me out there, I got guys to trade. So if you give me a pick, I got Justin Herbert or Antonio Gibson or Travis Etienne. Hit me up.
Trying to make trades on the podcast?
I'm just saying, I'm throwing that out there. You can throw it out there if you got somebody you want to trade. Go ahead.
I got 7 trades just ready to be made. I'm just waiting on the draft, brother.
I'm waiting on the summer to see how things go over the summer, so that everybody can see that Travis Etienne is going to be that starter, and they want to keep him in the 17th round. So they'll give me that 5th round pick for him. So there you go.
You are just selling that snake oil today, boy.
Damn Skippy, and I'm gonna win another championship next year, boy.
Okay.
All right, moving on to NBA. Lakers suck. They too old. They're too injured. They ain't got it. Anthony Davis is out.
As a fellow Chicagoan, let me just say, Anthony Davis is retired. Just retire, man. You making yourself look bad. You making Chicagoans look bad. We ain't soft like that, dude. You soft. Every time my toenail, my neck, my back. Hey man, just gonna give it up, dog.
There you go. His neck,
damn.
His back. You're going into it.
I'm just saying, he need to cut it out, man. Like I don't care how many times even when he's healthy, he hit the floor and he. I'm sorry. Get your ass. Stop that. Go and play basketball, man. Like that just it just irks me to see him always dragging himself off the ground. And then let's be real about the Lakers. It's LeBron's fault. You know I love me some LeBron. But you know what I mean? This your fault. This your fault. I'm just gonna say this, because as much as I love LeBron, I love Kobe more. This wouldn't happen to Kobe Bryant. It wouldn't. Because Kobe would have let Westbrook know, hey, I don't care what's wrong with you, you better not miss this damn shot. I don't care what's wrong with you, you better not miss this pass.
How you like that? I'm agreeing with you. Look at you, see me clapping there.
That's pretty awesome. Kobe ain't standing for nothing less than excellence. I said this before. LeBron is like, he want everybody to love him. I think he just now starting to come out of that. You know what I mean? Like, I want everybody to be cool and everybody to be friends and kumbaya. Man, sometimes you got to sock your teammate in the face. I'm just saying.
It felt to me a lot like LeBron went to the Lakers and he's like, okay, I'm the captain of the All-Star team. And I'm gonna pick up this guy. I'm gonna pick up that guy. Give me Carmelo. Give me Westbrook. Give me this guy. And that's what he did. And those guys are not working out together. He did not think how that stuff would work out. Carmelo's all right.
And he accepted the 7th, 8th man role. He's playing finally in the 7th, 8th man role.
Yeah.
Right. Well, he shouldn't have accepted it 4 years ago when they was trying to make it. At 4 years ago, he could have been the 5th or 6th option. They were trying to make him the 7th or 8th option. But again, you sit out basketball for a year or so, you'd be like, I'm just happy to be back in the league. Yeah. But I want to also give LeBron his due. They won it doing LeBron's way too. I mean, it's 12 people, 15 people on the roster. 8 of them was part of his homies' agency that all had the same agent.
Rich Paul.
They won. Rich Paul. Yeah, I mean, so they all had the same agent. 8 out of the 15 people on your squad got the same agent. That agent just happened to be LeBron's homeboy, his buddy, and also his agent. So they have won it that way. So it's hard, even though I said it and I meant it, still your fault, LeBron. But we got to give you credit too. It worked for you last time. It ain't working for you this time. You chose Westbrook over Buddy Hield, and this is what you got. I can listen. I can see his thought process, Dave. When I come out of the game and Westbrook is on the floor, he can do some of the things that I do, setting up players, getting them good shots, and getting his own shot as well. I get it. I see it, LeBron. You tried to lighten your own load in year 19, year 20, whatever it is, but it ain't work. It ain't work. It ain't working. You're gonna be the number 9 seed, and you'll be lucky to make it through the play-in game. You'll be lucky. You know what I mean? But I mean, ultimately, you still got 4 rings. You live in LA. Kids having a great time. You know what I mean? Overall, LeBron, you the man.
Yeah, he's doing great.
You screwed this one up, though.
But do you think LeBron's going to be back with the Lakers next year?
Where you going? Tell me where you going.
I don't know. You know, he's trying to put him on notice at the All-Star break, saying, "Oh, you know, I'd love to be back and finish it here in Cleveland and whatever."
He took the notice off. So, like, I mean, I don't know, you might not be aware. He pretty much cleared the air with the Lakers, and they might have had this very conversation. We won one with me. We lost one with me. My bad. Let's just go on with the rest of the year and try to get the next year and see what we can pull off, right? So the reports are is that they have cleared the air. I'm saying the season is over. It's a wash. Like I wouldn't even bring back Anthony Davis.
I would not either. Sit down.
Just sit down. Just go and do what you got to do.
You need to go get a bionic leg or something.
They don't even own their own pick, bro. They can't even, what I mean? That's another thing. Him coming out with Sam Presti is the best GM ever, screw them picks or whatever. Come on, man. Sam Presti ain't won no damn ring. Like you can't be out here proclaiming people to be okay, his draft record is legit, right? But you ain't do enough to keep all 3 of these great players on your team. You drafted 3 MVPs and they all somewhere else winning. Or trying to win in Westbrook's case. You see what I'm saying? Like that don't mean nothing to me if I could draft great players and can't find a way to keep these great players happy. That's part of your job.
Yeah.
Part of your job is to keep these dudes happy. I mean, just honestly, what does the Lakers do? Whatever the hell LeBron say, and then when you talk about next year. Hell with next year. What about 2-3 years from now when his son wants to play? He made that very clear on All-Star Weekend.
Last year.
I'm gonna play with whoever's gonna let my son play. So now GMs across the league are trying to figure out: 1, is LeBron still gonna be able to average at least 15 players? 2, is he still box office? The answer to that is yes. We put Michael Jordan's ass in a uniform today. They're gonna sell that some of them. Box office is box office. They don't care. We still gonna watch it. We don't care how good he ain't no more. We're gonna watch it. So LeBron at 40, 41, 42, we still gonna watch it, even if he ain't good. Because in America, we love a great story, but we love a great train wreck too. So we still gonna watch it. But the problem is, I'm not drafting Bronny James. Right now, he's the 43rd player ranked in his class. They ain't good enough to play in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like you ain't good enough.
I wouldn't draft him either. Just to have LeBron for 1 year.
I don't give a if I got to sell tickets that bad. If I'm the Orlando Magic and I got to draft Bronny James to get LeBron James because I can't sell tickets, I need to sell my damn franchise.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't draft him either. And I know in the past, like Mark Cuban has done stuff like that. They've drafted a player to appease somebody else or whatever, like Satnam Singh. You remember that guy, big Indian guy, 7 foot? Do what?
He drafted Giannis's brother, didn't he?
Yeah. So
thinking that maybe in 2 years he can get Giannis. So
yeah.
What's the guy for the Knicks? Played with he got drafted by the Knicks, I think. But he played with LeBron. Smith.
J.R. Smith?
J.R. Smith. The Knicks put his brother on the damn team.
Yeah.
He ain't even damn LeBron.
So we don't have enough draft picks to be wasted on stuff like that. So all right. So you want to talk about your Bulls and my Mavs, or you want to go with the trade stuff first?
What is there to talk about the Bulls?
I don't know. You like you
We're the
tell me
number
about
one.
your Bulls, man.
Ain't nothing to talk about. We number one.
All
We
right.
number one in the East. We coming out the East. Understand? We ain't worried about no damn Brooklyn. We ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about Philly. You know what's gonna happen with Philly, right?
What's that?
Harden gonna take the last shot and miss. Gonna
Yeah.
That's a non-starter. We ain't gotta talk about that. It ain't like Joel Embiid can bring the ball up. You gotta put the ball in a guard's hand or whoever the person is that's playing point guard, right? That's James Harden. That's what he gonna choke. That's his
Well,
history.
you know,
I don't even believe it. I don't even believe in choking. But
Harden
his history says he gonna miss.
Harden is on my list of players, as you know, of guys that are never going to win a championship. So I know it's Philly not coming out of the East. So at least he's never going to win a championship where he's like the number one or number two guy. So
when I think of the Bulls, I think Bengals.
yeah, you know, I give you credit, man, because you called this at the beginning of the year, and I was like, I don't see it, but DeRozan has been a man, so he's definitely in the MVP conversation with a couple other guys. But yeah, he's definitely there.
Say that one more time for me.
I said he's in the conversation
The
with a
other
couple
part
of other guys.
About me, what you say about me? I called it. Is that what you said?
You did say that. You did.
I told you that was very rare a few minutes ago. What you did, man. Listen, give me all my damn flowers. Give me all my flowers. But my key wasn't DeRozan. My key was Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
Just having a legitimate point guard, putting people in the right positions when they're supposed to be, calling the right plays. He is the quintessential glue guy.
And he's got a legitimate shot now. He's got a legitimate shot.
Listen, he did what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
I'm in the damn pros.
Got better.
What else the hell am I got to do? I ain't play some damn video games?
Yeah.
Like, he's not. Let's get this. He ain't me.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if I was a 20-something-year-old with millions of dollars, fuck that jump shot. I'm gonna be trying to holler at some hoes. That ain't Lonzo Ball.
If you're a mid-20s, if you're a mid-20 something with millions of dollars, you don't have to holler at hoes. They're gonna be hollering at you.
I don't know, Dave. Light skinned brothers ain't in right now. So
it ain't about the color of your skin. It's about the color of your cash.
True.
Yeah. All right.
I'm just saying. 22-year-old Raymond and 22-year-old Lonzo Ball with $1 million. We're different people. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be hollering. If I'm 22-year-old with millions of dollars, I'm hollering at all the ladies in the front row on the timeout. Coach grabbing me by my ear, trying to get me. I'm just saying, Lonzo is about basketball and about just chilling. You see what I'm saying? So he ain't had nothing else to do but work on his jump shot, man. Like other people trying to enjoy their life, Lonzo Ball enjoy basketball.
I love that. I respect that so much because I love basketball, man. If I could be the 12th guy off of somebody's bench, I would do it. I'd be the first one at practice, the last one to leave.
I'm just gonna take myself out of this for a minute. You know what I mean? Because I am. I'm just gonna take myself out of it. I don't want no trouble. I don't know who's watching it. I did say the 20-year-old me, not this person. But right. Look at his brother. Look at his brother. His brother jump shot is much better than we first seen it, or in the middle. But he was like 8 when we first seen him, right? But Lonzo Ball is on front covers of magazines with his fashion. I mean, LaMelo Ball, not Lonzo. LaMelo is living the life.
Yeah.
So, LaMelo is having a great time and playing basketball. Lonzo Ball just play basketball. That's the way.
Yeah.
Let's give props to their daddy. Everybody talked all that trash. And he got 2 sons, 2 dose in the NBA, and they balling.
Well, I give him props for getting him the right teachers and teaching him himself to play ball. Not for all the mouthing off that he did, but because they're good players.
Dave, somebody got to put the ball in your hand. That's all.
Oh, that's fine. And absolutely for that. Yeah, props for that.
Somebody got to believe in you. That's what I'm saying. And all parents believe in their kids, but hell, I don't believe in my kid like that. I mean, like I always said that Savon could play in the major leagues. He had the talent, the tools, and the skill. But I always said the word if, maybe, but if this happened, if that happened, right? This man never said that. This man said they gone. He manifested it. He said it so much that he believed it, that they believed it. Right?
Well, they put the work in.
And you put the work in. I'm just saying, even as a parent, we believe in our kids. I believe my son can go play in Major League right now. That fastball about 92 miles an hour, and it's got just enough movement. But I'm a realist. There's always, I see the obstacles. I love my son. Know he could do it, but I know there are obstacles. This man didn't see the obstacles, didn't allow his children to see the obstacles. He said, damn it, y'all doing this. It's almost like he didn't give them no chance. So that's why I scream as a man, as a father, props to dude, give him all his flowers. Because he didn't let nobody tell him nothing different about what his kids was gonna do and how they was gonna do it in the NBA.
Right on. All right, so that's Bulls wrapped up. Mavs, I ain't got much to say about the Mavs. I'm having a real hard time being a Mavs fan. I mean, they're doing all right, but I can't. It's so hard for me to watch Luka play. I hate the way he plays. He is really good, but he's 1-on-5 all the time.
Luka.
And I mean, that's why it's going to be so hard to get any kind of free agent. Who wants to play with Luka when they're never going to touch the ball?
Luka.
Like they were talking. Luka.
I'm just going to say Luka until you understand that Luka lost them 10, 12, 15 pounds and playing a much better. You still.
Oh, he is.
Look at the last 10, 15 games, Dave. He's been a better player than what a better.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying he ain't holding the ball as much as you claim or much as you think. He just better all around, man. People saying he might win the MVP over DeRozan. That's a lie. That's a lie. But he is playing a lot better.
Yeah, it's so hard for me to watch him play. I just can't stand one player that controls the ball that much. And it's to the detriment of the other players on the team. Typically, like early in the season, you take Luka out and Jalen Brunson goes in, and the team actually flows better. More people get involved. Man, it was just, and they were winning. If we had another player with Jalen out there running it, like if we had added McCollum and had Jalen running the point, we'd still probably be where we are. So, I mean, Luka's really good. And I cannot deny that. I cannot deny that at all. He is awesome. He's a great player. It's just hard basketball for me to watch.
I feel you. There is no but there is in win, and they win it.
There's two of them, and there's one in Doncic.
There's the thing, though, man. If they was sucking and he was playing hero ball, it'd be different. He's doing just enough, Dave. I think you missing. He's doing what a superstar is supposed to do. And let's just call it what it is. The rest of the Mavericks roster suck booty.
Oh, they do.
He doing what he got to do. Like, it's on me. This is what we ask. I can't fault this man because we ask quarterbacks to make sorry-ass wide receivers good. So all he's simply doing is, if I got to do this by myself, I'm going to do it by myself. And
but
if I think I do it by Dave,
but here's the thing about that. Playing the way he plays, if I'm CJ McCollum, I don't want to play with Luka Doncic. If I'm any other great player out there, I don't want to come play with Luka Doncic. Look what he did to Porzingis. Now, Porzingis was hurt a lot. Don't get me wrong. But Porzingis, man, he's another one of those guys you can run about half the offense through. And they never did.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
You listen, do you know
when he's healthy?
This is a complete 180 for me. I told you that KP was going to be better than Dirk Nowitzki. I said I wasn't going to never disrespect Dirk no more. Yeah. I said he was going to be better. He isn't. He wasn't. He sucks. He
could have been a lot better than he is, but he wasn't because of Luka. So if you're another good player, Luka's taking a lot away from your game if you come here. If I'm another great player, I don't want to come play with Luka. And he's been here 3 years now. You'd think somebody looks at him and goes, man, I want to play with that guy, but they don't. And they don't come here, and they're not going to come here. So we're going to be stuck with Luka and 4 role players starting. That's what it's going to be the entire time he's here.
And I'm saying, if I was a Mavs fan and I'm still the 4th seed, I'm doing well. That's on the damn GM. That's on the damn vice president, the damn owner. That somebody else got to get him some players. We don't care about what you do and you don't want. I traded for you. I signed you. Now you got to figure it out and work with this dude.
But
let me give you a different analogy. I used to say this all the time about Derrick Rose in his first 3 years with the Bulls. He played point guard, and he was a legitimate point guard. He had to become what they call the lead guard because them dudes couldn't play. I said, watch this. I remember sitting down with you or my brother or somebody, and I said, watch this. This man come down. He set everybody up, kick you the ball. After about 8 to 12 times, he just say, the hell with it. They ain't going to hit it. If you miss 3 shots in a row, I ain't passing you the damn ball. Why? I just do it my damn self. Tell me who on the Mavericks team that if I give you 12 opportunities, you're going to hit 6 of them without doubt, every day, all day.
Jalen Brunson will.
Jalen Brunson barely should be in the league. He in the league because of this. It ain't got nothing to do with his actual talent. His talent is good. Dave, it's this. It's this.
And that makes you good.
It makes you.
And he hits the shots.
It means he puts himself in a position to get the shot. So we might be saying the same thing, but just differently. What I'm trying to say to you is I can take you outside to the backyard. I can find 12 of them.
Yeah. Okay. Let me continue on with that. The fact is that you may not have confidence in some of the players with you, but my point is sort of what you're saying is those guys aren't going to come here because Luka handles the ball too much. He takes control of it all the time. Those guys that can hit those shots that you're talking about, 6 out of 12, whatever, 50%, they're not going to come here because of the way Luka plays. And you can't trade for them because we have no assets to trade. And you can't pick for them because we keep trading away our draft picks. So yeah, that's a GM problem. But well, the draft picks, I say, and the trades are a GM problem. The luring free agents, that's a Luka problem.
All these free agents know one thing: he a winning player. I think you discrediting how smart some of these dudes are. Not all. Not all. Some of these dudes are smart enough to look at the Mavs roster and say, he all right in the right situation, right? Come on, man. Tim Hardaway, I love Tim Hardaway, the daddy, but the son ain't doing what he's supposed to do.
He can't. That's what I'm saying, man.
Dave, you're just being hard. Dave,
he is so much better when Jalen is running the point.
He's inconsistent. He will give you 22 one night and give you 8 another night. That has nothing to do with Luka. That's your talent.
He is better when Jalen is running the point.
Because he probably ain't got no choice because Jalen ain't got the skill to get to the cup.
He does have that. You need to watch some Mavs games. Yes, sir, he does.
180 again. I'm the one that told you about Jalen Brunson. You didn't like him when he first came.
That is not true. That is not true.
This is a winning player. But that don't mean he got the skill.
I had no problem. Hey, whoa. Let me defend that Jalen Brunson thing real quick. Now, when Jalen Brunson got drafted, Trent, what's his face, Jr. out of Duke, the shooter, went to Portland. He's now somewhere else. I wanted him instead. That was my only issue with Jalen Brunson is I wanted an outside shooter and he could can it. And that was it. Gary Trent Jr. That was my only issue with Jalen Brunson. I realized Jalen Brunson is a winner. He's got a high basketball IQ. And my friend Bill keeps telling me this too. And I keep telling him, no, that's not the issue. I wanted Gary Trent Jr. with that pick and not Jalen Brunson. That was my only issue with Jalen Brunson. So go ahead. Continue. What?
Trent or Brunson?
At this point,
It's Brunson.
yeah.
So my thing is that we're saying the same thing. We're making a different argument for the same thing. I'm saying that Jalen does it with his mind, with his brain. It ain't necessarily his skill. But you wanted a guy that can't all of a sudden play now that McCollum isn't there. Dame is hurt. He can't even. He ain't doing. Like if Gary Trent was what you say he was, now that these two cats are out, he should be able to fill in and do some damn things. I ain't even heard his name.
He is scoring 18.2 points per game this year.
Since
what?
Trent or Brunson?
Trent. Gary Trent Jr., 18.2 points per game.
I bow down to your greatness, sir.
That's all I'm saying. One of these days, I'm going to get you to listen to me about something.
I messed him up with that. He was like, he said, yeah. I bow down to your greatness. I still ain't heard his damn name, though.
He's in Toronto, man. You're not going to hear.
Oh, he in Toronto?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I heard his name. That don't count. He in Canada.
Oh, yeah. I knew you were going to say that as soon as I said Toronto. And okay, he's in Canada. It doesn't count.
I thought he was still in Portland.
It's like the exchange rate for points up there. It's like 2-1 American.
You damn right it is. How about Canada, dog?
18.2 points in Canada is 9.1.
Let me take back all my. It don't matter what you do in no damn Toronto.
18.2 points Canadian is 9.1 points American. That's how that works.
Finally.
All right. So let's talk about the trade, man. Let's talk about there's several trades. We can mention, talk about whatever, but Nets Sixers. Now, you and I think we agree on this a little bit. There's a lot of people saying, "Hey, this was a great trade for the Sixers. They won this, blah blah blah." I mean, I think the Nets got the best of that deal. Where are you at?
Nets got the best of the deal. People are not paying attention. One, I already told you, Harden going to choke. That's first.
Yeah.
Throw that out. The reality is that the Nets are better because they got the dude that could defend Joel Embiid. I ain't heard nobody say that yet. They always talking about, hey, Ben Simmons is a great defender. He can't shoot. He can defend people 1 through 5. That's what position Embiid plays. Nets and the Sixers play. Simmons going to shut him down. He's going to average somewhere between 12 and 15. And if he averages 20 points, he's going to take 25 to 27 shots to get that 20. Simmons will shut down Embiid. Y'all heard it here. ESPN, CBS Sports, call me. Ain't nobody had a hot take like this one.
Well,
if this one is legit, it ain't even a hot take. It's the real deal. Simmons will shut down Embiid and his mouth.
Simmons got to get on the floor first.
He ready.
Yeah, I agree.
Dave, you know he wasn't hurt, though, right?
I know. But he's still not on the floor just yet. But
Harden was never hurt either, right? You know.
Yeah, I agree with that. And they got Seth Curry, who's one of the highest percentage three-point shooters, and he's scoring 20 points a game since he's been with the Nets. He's scoring 20 points a game. And they got my center. What's his name? Damn it. Mr. 2020. Guy came from Detroit. Went to the Lakers. I'm having a massive brain fart right now. But that guy's Drummond. So he's a 2020 any night. But he's only getting like 10, 12 minutes a game right now for the Nets. And I don't know why. Again, that guy, any night of the week, 2020. He had one game the other night, 13 minutes. He had 19 rebounds.
Style of play.
So I love that guy.
We don't use big clodding centers in the NBA no more. But that don't mean you don't need one. But at some point, you're going to play a center that, you know what I mean? Like, it's also, I say style of play, but it's also your philosophy, right? Because you telling me if Shaq was in the league, you're not going to start him? You're going to start him. You make everybody adjust to you.
But that's his style of play. But the dude, like you said, clotting. He can actually run, man. I've seen him move. I mean, he's for a center that size, he's like a gazelle for a center that size. He's smooth, but he's not like just stick him in the post and back to the basket's all he's got. I mean, he may not have a jump shot, but he can move. He's quick. So I don't know. I love that guy. I wish he was here with the Mavericks, but I think the Nets won that trade, man. They got those two guys. They got Ben Simmons, and they got picks too, right? Did they get picks out of that? So, I can't see what anybody saying the Sixers won that trade is talking about. I just can't. And you're going to be taking something away from Embiid by adding Harden. So
that's it. Right now, Embiid's loving it, and I agree with Embiid when he say these are the easiest buckets I've been getting since he got here. Because people got to rush out to the perimeter, stop Harden, and then they just dump it. I would not. I would not. I don't care. I mean, I understand Harden can go for 30. I'm going to put my best defender on Harden, and y'all one-on-one, man up, make it tough on them, and then I would double Embiid. But they have none, zilch answer for Ben Simmons playing one-on-one for Embiid. They don't. Even if they still got Thibault can D it up like Simmons, but Thibault cannot hold Durant. There's a difference. Ben Simmons is an all-star defender playing against an all-star offender. It's gonna, defense wins. Defense wins championships, right? Second, we got to look at the reality. One of them talks trash, one of them doesn't. Ben Simmons ain't gonna say a word, no matter what the ref do, know how he act. As a human, as a referee, when your boys start talking, when Embiid start talking, referees looking for a reason to call a tech or call a foul on you just to make you shut the hell up. Like, I know I'm going deeper than just the game, but it's part of the game. So I look at all these factors and I'm just like, I don't see how, I don't understand nada of what the hell they're talking about when they think that the Sixers won this trade. Harden will choke. And furthermore, on Harden, don't play. Don't come out on the court and half-ass it because you're not happy, or because Kyrie didn't show up, or Houston didn't do what they say they was gonna do. Oklahoma wasn't treating me right. Do not half-ass it. That's why I respect Ben Simmons. I'm not coming. It's disrespectful to your teammates to come in and then just kind of loaf around. Don't do that. Just don't show up. You can say whatever y'all want to say. Ben Simmons is more of a man than James Harden because he said, I don't want to be here. Out my back, I'm not coming. Ain't no wrong with your back, but I'm not coming. He made that very clear. He lost out the $10 million. If a man is willing to lose $10 million, he don't want to be there.
Yeah. And Harden's going to play fine until he gets mad at somebody on the team, and then he's going to half-ass it. You're right. He's going to show up.
Yep. He has revealed character, brother.
So, any other trades you want to talk about? McCollum went to the Pelicans. That's great for the Pelicans.
And I ain't going to talk about your Pelicans. You know what's wrong with your Pelicans?
Yeah, no Zion. I'm not sure he's ever going to play at this point. So, but I think the Pelicans, even without Zion.
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah. There's the Pelicans, even without Zion right now, they got a pretty good core. I mean, you got Ingram, you got McCollum, who the center they got, is it Vucevic, whatever, I forget who it is, but so anyway, I'm gonna like the Pelicans. They're kind of gonna be my 1A team now since I'm having trouble with the Mavericks, but I like the Pels. I love McCollum. You know, I've loved McCollum since he came out when he whipped Duke when he was playing for Lehigh. What's that?
Giving Ingram all that money?
I mean, I think, yeah.
Problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So
I'm not giving Brandon Ingram a max deal, but that's what he thinks he's worth.
Well, everybody does. Anybody scores 20 points a game thinks they hey man, you owe me max. I'm getting 20. That's today's NBA, man. I don't know how to deal with it.
I hear you. I think Selma Hayek should give me a damn call too.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
You
That's how.
can't listen. I called dibs on Selma
That's
a long
how I
time.
feel.
You cannot have Selma. I called dibs on Selma like a long time ago.
But when did you call dibs on Selma? What year?
Like, you remember when what was that Quentin Tarantino movie came out, Dusk Till Dawn? I called.
That's when
No, it was
that's
before
when.
that. I know who
Oh,
she
okay.
was before that.
Oh, okay. All I know is he was dancing on sexy and whatnot. Then she turned into a vampire and dude screamed, and I went like this.
She was in Desperado with Antonio Banderas, I think, before that Dusk Till Dawn. So,
All right.
but anyway, all right. So that's
Fine. Let's get this straight on the record. Selma Hayek, you.
yeah.
I still got Liz Canvays.
All right.
Hey Liz, how you doing, girl?
You better send her a link to the show after we done. Uh,
I got my award-winning smile just for Liz right now.
Award winning. What award was that? I don't even want to know. All right, Mavs Wizards trade. I think the Wizards won that trade.
Trade.
The Mavs and Wizards, where Mavs gave up Porzingis and we got Davis. You think so?
Distraction. KP sucks. Make a lot of money. Get that dude off your team.
Well, I think we traded for a couple of spares. We gave up the best player in that, and we gave up a pick. And we got. I mean, that's one of my reasons I wanted to fire Donnie Nelson, because we kept giving up picks. Like, stop giving up picks. We didn't have a pick at all last year. Stop giving up our damn picks.
I agree. That was stupid.
All
Don't
right.
give up a pick. But the other problem is, I love Jason Kidd. But you're not showing me. Man, you should just start Brunson and Luka at the same time and do what Portland did with McCollum and that's it. That's it. I mean, basketball has become very positionless now, much like football, where a guy could be a running back and a wide receiver, right?
Yeah.
But basketball is way more positionless than that, to the point where we're getting very close to playing a street basketball game. Put your best five on the floor and just let them do what they do. Don't worry about who gonna guard who. Can they guard you? Like, if it comes down to I can't stop them and you can't stop them, you got Luka. Let Luka. If it's coming down to the last shot and Luka got the ball, it ain't but maybe 5 people that you would rather have the ball than Luka. So unless you ain't gonna be playing them 5 people every game. so put Jalen Brunson in the game, start him, right? And in some ways, I think it would force Luka to do what you want Luka to do, because as much as I'm saying Jalen don't have NBA talent, but he got an NBA coach's mind, he'll wave Luka off. Ain't no punk in no Jalen, but he ain't no punk. Like, if Luka hollering for the ball and that ain't the play, I do believe Brunson will let him know. Hey, corner me.
He might. I don't. Yeah, I like playing them together. I think that's a great idea. Other trades. Marvin Bagley got out of Sacramento. That's good for him. Didn't want to be there.
You and I both are Marvin Bagley fans.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna come in the league and be Tim Duncan-ish, and he just really more ish than Tim Duncan.
But I think that had a lot to do with the coach there in Sacto too. I mean, I think he could be better than he is. I don't know about Tim Duncan, but definitely not Tim Duncan.
Ish.
Maybe ish, but I think the coaching there just torpedoed him, man. So
there's a big difference between Tim Duncan and Tim Duncan-ish.
Wow, Tim Ish still has the name Tim Duncan in it, meaning he's Tim Duncan like. And I don't know if I can do that.
Ish. It's a whole lot. Do you remember Baby Jordan, Harold Miner? He was Jordan-ish.
In college.
My point is,
not in NBA.
If Tim Duncan averaged 20, I'm saying this guy can average 12, 13 points in this league. That's ish. when I say ish, I mean do it in the same manner and the same way that Tim Duncan.
Okay.
I'm just saying when you put him on the block and put Tim on the block, I think the rate of success would be very similar. Ish.
Okay. Yeah. But I hope that's going to be the case. And I haven't kept up with him yet in Detroit, but we'll see. I know Sacktown was not a good situation for him at all. So I'm glad he got out.
Let's be real. He played for Duke. Probably gonna be on the Bulls. I have no damn idea why the Bulls are so in love with damn Duke players. We love Duke players. Every time I look, even now.
That's Coach K from Chicago, man.
Maybe, I don't know. He must got like some gang ties or something.
You know that when he retires, he's going back to Chicago, man. He's going to probably take a position on the Chicago Bulls. I'm just making that up.
I mean, he is from Chicago, greatest city on the planet. Why shouldn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, not with the Bulls, but I mean, he's not trying to be funny. Got all serious for a moment, but look, Chicago has the second highest Polish population outside of Poland. If you want to go somewhere where you want to be comfortable and your name is Krzyzewski, go to Chicago. I mean, you're from Chicago. And what I'm saying really don't matter. Wherever his grandkids is, that's probably where he's going. But I think Coach K gonna be happy no matter where he go. I'm just saying, if you want to just be a legend and walk in and people say, I got that steak dinner. If you ain't doing it in North Carolina, Chicago is the place for him.
Yeah. More trades. We'll get to more Coach K in a little bit, but Sabonis went to the Kings and Halliburton went to the Pacers. I love Sabonis, but losing Halliburton and Buddy Hield, I don't know how good that's going to be for the Kings. So,
so disrespectful.
What?
You still got De'Aaron Fox.
That's true.
Sabonis.
That's true.
You can do a little inside outside now. You know what I mean? You just got a little bigger. That's all. I personally would not have given up Halliburton. I would have done the same thing I just said about Brunson and Dunk, play them at the same time, which I think Sacramento did a lot of.
Yeah.
But, you know what I mean?
And last but not
yeah. I apologize. Maybe they put all their buckets in the Fox and maybe Fox didn't like Halliburton. We don't know. It'll come out sooner or later.
Eventually. I don't know what happened there. But if I'm Sacramento, I probably wouldn't have drafted Halliburton anyway because I already got De'Aaron Fox. But whatever. I don't know who was available at the time they took Halliburton. I can't remember. But last but not least, your boy Bol went to the Magic.
Bol! That's my dude right there, baby.
So how many is going to average 25 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks?
Probably going to average 52 points, 47 rebounds. And 18 assists. As soon as they get rid of that, hook them home. You know I love my Longhorn.
Bamba.
They gotta get rid of Mo Bamba to create some space for my man Bo.
You know, you and I both called it when we sat there and watched him at Summer League. Like, this guy's not gonna make it. He's not the guy everybody's saying he is.
I just, you know what? I want to apologize right now to Brunson. I said you don't have NBA skills or NBA talent, or that it's lacking a little bit. I apologize to you, Mr. Brunson. I just had a temporary brain fart because damn Bo ain't got. I almost said a bad word because Mo Bamba ain't got no damn talent other than being tall.
We called that at Summer League, man. He was on the court for like 3 minutes and he was sucking wind so hard. He is not built for this.
Bo still got some wiggle in his game.
He does.
He can dribble and do all the most. I ain't saying Bo gonna be no star. I don't want people to think I'm crazy. I'm just saying.
You already said that, man. You already said he's better than Zion. Man, we can bring the shows back up.
Better than Zion. We ain't gonna bring up that I said Ja Morant over Zion years ago. Now, he a dark horse to win, a championship. He beat my Bulls last night. I was crying. I was about to throw my Zion jersey away. It ain't even got here in the mail yet. Zion jersey, my Ja Morant jersey, and I ain't even got it in the mail yet. I almost had to throw it away. Like Ja, listen to me. Well, I know you watching because we homies, coached against you in summer league, but summer league, I mean AAU, but whatever case, it was a lie either way. What I'm trying to say is, you can dominate everybody except for my Bulls. Don't be doing that, man. I already bought the damn jersey, bro. What the hell going on? I buy your jersey, you drop a career high 46 on my Bulls. Oh man,
Yeah.
it was a bad night for me last night, Dave. I'm bad dreams.
I'm sorry, man.
Damn, John Morant. But John Morant over Bobo and Zion combined.
All right. Fair enough. All right. Moving on. NCAA tournament's coming up. Yeah, I know you were talking about how your Kentucky boys. They started off bad and they came back up and then they lost last night to Arkansas.
That's okay. Arkansas can ball, brother.
Yeah, Arkansas is good.
Like, it's if they'd have lost by 8, 10, 12 points to Arkansas, I'd be upset.
Yeah.
But just the game before that, our two top players, who people think the Kentucky two top players, Oscar Tshiebwe is the best player on Kentucky. People got to stop saying it. I don't know why he ain't being projected as a top 15 pick. Anybody that can pull down 20 rebounds. No, they got him in the second.
No.
I think it's an age thing, Dave, because he's like 22, 23 years old. They did the same thing. I mean, like, they tried to do it to Shane Battier when he came out, and he says, I don't know why people think 23 is old. It's the same thing. This dude's 22 years old. I'm just saying, if you got rebounding issues and you in the NBA, this your guy. He going to get you 8 rebounds next year, and you only got to give him 12 minutes to do it.
Man, I don't get why they handicap guys for staying longer, because man, there's a list this freaking long of guys that who would have been in the NBA longer had they stayed another year or two in college. I mean the list of point guards coming out of Duke alone.
It's just tough. It's just tough. like thank God, like, one of the things the NIL produce, other than, kids can get money from a deal or whatever, is the transfer portal. Now that people can transfer, you can go to Duke and say, you know what, the reality of why you leave North Carolina, why you leave Duke, why you leave Kansas, any of those schools too early, is because there's the number one recruit coming behind you, and he's going to take some of your minutes. So you're under the assumption my stock is going to fall anyway. Right now, I'm a top 10 pick. If somebody else come in and share the load, share the experience, and my points drop from 15 to 11, people are going to say I got worse, even though my team got better.
Yeah.
Right? So these young, and I'm not mad at them. They feel forced to come out. But you know how I feel. You done came out. You made a grown man decision. You're making that grown man money. Get your grown booty in the damn gym. What you out there doing? Don't be like Ray. Don't be like me out there chasing them basketballs.
All right. So, I mean, Kentucky's looking good, man. It's anybody's game this year, man. Duke's looking good. I tell you, we got 4 guys on Duke that are probably going to be first round picks. So, I mean, I love Paolo Banchero. Trevor Keels.
To the Bulls. Every time I look at a doggone draft, Trevor Keels to the Bulls. Oh, we getting another Duke player. Woohoo!
Yeah. I like him, though. But you know what? Our MVP is somebody who's not even one of those 4 guys. AJ Griffin, I've been saying it since the first time he stepped on the court. He didn't start for like the first 10 or 15 games. And the first game he started, I was like, this is going to be our guy, because he's the guy canning the shots. We got a bunch of other guys. We got Wendell Moore. We got Mark Williams, who's going to be probably top 10 pick, easy. Paolo Banchero, who may or may not be the number 1 or 2 pick.
Banchero. I love that dude.
Yeah, so and first time I saw him play, I was like, that's NBA ready. But his shot's kind of taken a little fall off since then. So he's like finishing out here. He needs to finish up here. And I can fix that in like 2 minutes. Just tell him, look, bro.
Coach Dave about to fix a broken shot. Somebody needs to call Ben Simmons so he can fix his shot.
Yeah. So, but I saw he had a good 3-pointer last night, but you had to get somebody in his face before he finished up here, man. It was like, if the guy wouldn't have been in his face, he'd have finished out here and he'd probably been short. But anyway, I digress. So
he's going to finish the shots getting your
Yeah.
shot fixed. Markel Fultz came back.
Yeah. Yeah. Just this week.
I hope he get it together.
Yeah,
That's
me
all
too.
I'm gonna say.
But so who do you like for the Final Four, man? Who are you looking at?
I'm gonna take Kentucky because my heart says I have to. And that's just a reality. I'm gonna take Gonzaga because there are politics in all sports, and I believe that that's who the NCAA wants to see. I think that's who the advertisers want. So I'm gonna take Gonzaga as the political pick. I got two more. Oh, if not Gonzaga, has to be Coach K in his last year. Who doesn't want to see that man go out on top?
Oh, absolutely.
So let me put Duke in the Final Four, and then let me go with a team that's been kind of struggling. They've been good, but not as good as they should have been, but they should be. Let me get UCLA. You returned three ballers from last year.
Yeah.
Tiger, the point guard. You got Johnny Juzang. Hey man, let me go and get UCLA to get hot again and do something. That's my Final Four right now without looking at a bracket because it's very possible UCLA and Gonzaga can be at the same time.
Right on.
So, without looking at a bracket, that's who I'm gonna roll with.
I'm gonna go with Auburn, and I gotta pick Duke. Yeah, they just overwhelming talent if they can hit the shots. Man, maybe Purdue.
That's a good pick. Good sleeper pick.
And Gonzaga. But I'm going to pick my surprise to the Sweet 16 at least. St. Mary's.
Why? Because they beat Gonzaga last night.
Did they beat them last night?
Oh yeah.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So
I did not know that.
7 of the top 10 teams lost last night.
Oh Lord! I knew Purdue lost. But wow, that's great. Hey, that makes my call on St. Mary's look even better. I didn't even know.
He's lying. He knew this.
I did not. I swear to God, I didn't. I swear to God, I didn't.
You're gonna pull a St. Mary's.
No, but I thought about St. Mary's actually last week. I was looking at it. I was like, those guys are going to beat somebody in the tournament. So I'm calling St. Mary's to the Sweet 16. So you got my money. We're gonna when they're going to be on one of my parlays. So when we start betting some tournament stuff, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is. But St. Mary's is my Sweet 16 call. And, I think Alabama might make it to Sweet 16 too.
Oh yeah, the reason why we pick teams the way we pick them is it's not. A lot of times it's your coach. You know what I mean? Like, I would love to tell you Auburn's going to make it to the final, but you ain't never been there before. You ain't got no expectations. When you signed up with Kentucky, Duke, North Carolina, Kansas, UCLA, when you signed up with a blue blood, you signed up with the whole history of that program. We ain't coming here for no shenanigans. It's all about championship. It's all about winning. It's what we're here for. When you sign up for Auburn, you sign up to play basketball and cheer on the Auburn football team. So making it to the tournament is good because you've been number one all year. But making it to Sweet 16 is like a championship for a team like Auburn because you're going places you ain't been since Charles Barkley was there. So it's just a different expect. When you get to the Sweet 16 and you're with those blue bloods that I just mentioned, that's because you were supposed to. When you get to the Sweet 16 and you Auburn, it's like it was a great season. It was a successful season. That's why I don't pick. I believe Auburn has the talent. I just don't believe that you have the pressure.
So if you're looking at some of these teams that are top 10, top 20, who do you think's like ripe for an upset in the tournament? You think Auburn's one of those? First round, second round out?
For sure, Auburn is no, not first round. Like I don't know David Starr, man. Every time I think about it, man, it's we always get a 12-5 seed that wins, but it won't be it's never a shock, but I wouldn't be a shock if all 12s win. It's just a deep, deep feel. You know what I mean? Like now when I put my $2 parlay down, brother, I am guessing. I don't know. Like It's just team. Murray State's in the top 20, bro. Murray State. Like, first of all, let's give Murray State some props for capitalizing on having John Morant in your program. Somebody
and get some recruiting out of it.
They got recruiting out of it, saying, look, we can coach here. You come here, we're gonna ball out. Props to them for that. But damn, you in the top 20? Murray State could be a 12 seed. If they're a 12 seed and they're playing Auburn, I'm picking Murray State. Right? Because
you know what?
Wait. Here's the difference.
So.
Here's the difference. You know how I just said a team like Auburn, hey, we made it when we make it to the 16th. But when you Murray State, even though you ain't really never done nothing, you playing with the chip. You got a chip on your shoulder. You know what I mean? Like, we ain't supposed to be here. We don't get on TV. You don't give us no respect. We finna come put these knuckle sandwiches on y'all head. You know what I'm talking about?
You know what that chip on the shoulder looks like? Looks like a glass slipper. Cinderella, baby.
That's my brother Dave right there. With the dad joke.
That's an Uncle Dave joke.
Uncle Dave.
All right, man. I'm looking forward to this tournament, man. I'm sad to see Coach K retiring, but you know what? I was a Duke fan before Coach K was there. I'll be a Duke fan when he's gone. I think he's got a good replacement. I mean, there's half a dozen other guys I think could have replaced him. You like Tommy Amaker, me too. Johnny Dawkins, Steve Wojciechowski, Chris Collins. There's lots of those guys that he could have brought back in, and all those guys at some point have been his assistants. So Jeff Capel, who's coaching at in the ACC now somewhere, Pittsburgh. So a lot of those guys, but I like John Shire. I can't say anything against him, but I'm gonna miss Coach K. But let him go and do his thing, man. Successful career. Congratulations, man. I mean, fantastic.
Should just be. And I just don't know why you would coach that long. Speaking to a man who coached kids for 25 years. I don't know why.
Love basketball, man. You love what you do.
No, I'm laughing at myself because I coached 25 years coaching a bunch of kids and not getting paid. Well, maybe one or twice. But I'm just saying, why? Because you love it, like you said, because you love it. But if I had that cash and them grandkids, oh man, I'd probably tapped out 5 years ago. I'd have tapped out probably with the first grandkid. I'd been like, I'm gonna go be pop and chill out. But he made it. He made it.
You know what's great about what he's doing this year? He's got one of his grandkids on his team.
I don't want to do that. That's too much pressure on my grandson, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't got no grandkids.
Yet.
I ain't got no grandkids. Thank God. But I can't imagine. That's different. I'm just saying that's got to be a little different. I would drop all the pressure in the world in my son's lap. Here you go, kid. You got this. You can handle that. But my grandkid, I would be one of those grandfathers that's always talking about, hey, don't whip my grandson. Don't whip my grandkid, my grandchild. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That wouldn't happen. But had it been my son, oh, you finna get some licks. You finna spank your bottom for whatever it is you did wrong. But not my grandkid. I'm going to be one of them grandfathers.
Yeah.
Probably in 10, 15 more years, I'll probably be grandfather.
So, but yeah, that's why
I might allow it at that point.
I wonder if that's why Coach K stuck around that long. It's just so he could, like LeBron wanted to play with Bronny, Coach K wanted to coach his grandson. I don't know. But congratulations on your career, Coach K. We appreciate everything you did, man. I mean, I love the fact that they didn't fire him after his first 3 years there. I mean, in today's NCAA, anything else, they would have fired him.
They were never good at basketball anyway, so why would they have fired him?
Yeah, they were pretty good. They weren't. They played in the championship game against Kentucky in 1978. Mike Jaminski, Bob Bender.
Sure, Coach K wasn't the coach. Maybe I'm thinking of his.
It was Bob Foster was the coach.
I might be thinking of Coach K's Army days.
Yeah, he was in Army at that time. So.
They should have. It's Army.
Yeah. So, but anyway, moving on. Great, Coach K. Thanks a lot. That's all I got for NCAA. You got anything else?
No, that's it, my brother.
All right. MLB strike. Does anybody care? Lockout strike. I don't know which one it is. Don't care at
Well,
this moment.
they make quarterback money for sitting on the bench. So ain't
Yeah.
nobody trying to listen. When football players strike, I feel for you. You know what I mean? There's people on again. If you ain't one of the top 8 or 12 players, you're making hundreds of thousands of dollars, not millions. And hundreds of thousands of dollars can be 800,000, which is closer to a million, or it could be 400,000, which quite frankly ain't enough to be, putting my brain on the line. I could be concussed and out of this world, not just out of the game, for a couple hundred grand. So when them cats go on strike, I understand. I feel you. When baseball players go on strike and like the league minimum like $2 million, I ain't trying to hear nothing y'all got to say. I don't care about you millionaires or you billionaires. Get y'all booties back on the field and play some damn baseball.
Yeah. Quit crying about money.
I ain't trying to hear it, bro.
All right. Moving on. So we got this tailgating section that says anything going on outside the arena we want to talk about in the world in general. And I just want to say Xander's party, man, last Saturday was great. That was fun.
It was a dope party, wasn't it?
It was.
Pop to his mom, pop to Holly for putting on a dope party for my 7-year-old. Everybody at that party, man, thought it was their birthday.
Yes. That was really cool. Just a little animal farm. You got to feed the rabbits and the little baby pigs and the goats and the llamas and everything by hand. It was really cool. All the kids enjoyed that. They loved it.
I mean, speaking of
I did too.
$100,000, that was worth it.
Yeah. So that was awesome. That's all I got on outside. Do you have anything for Ray's Rumination?
Ray's Rumination, what I have.
Uh-oh, the glasses came off. Look out.
Whew, it's just for the ladies.
All right, I'll do this then.
It's just for the ladies. I want y'all to see me real clear when I say this to y'all. Preachers from the bleachers is black. We're back. We're black and we're back. Y'all didn't know white brother is really a black man, but we'll talk about that on the next show about being a black man and white man's skin. We'll talk about that. But I just want all the ladies to know. Preachers from the bleachers. Can't talk right now when I'm trying to be sexy. Preachers from the bleachers is back. You're gonna get your weekly or your monthly or your bi-weekly dose of Ray.
All right. Now, since you said it that way, Preachers from the Bleachers is black. Now, you texted me this week. And said you're losing your black card because you went to a hockey game. Wait, why are you looking mad at me? So, tell me about your hockey experience.
Tell people about that. Hockey was dope, which I already knew, man. I mean, when I was a boy playing basketball, football, and baseball, I always thought that hockey was like a combination of all of them.
Yeah.
I always said hockey on TV is boring. Hockey in person is a whole nother level.
Yeah, I enjoy watching it in person.
Ain't nothing like, and I'm sitting on the glass too, brother. Wow, somebody hit. You know what I mean? Like when somebody get hit on the football field, no matter how close you are, you're not that close. I'm this close. You're like, dang, you lost your chiclet, bro. You lost your chiclet. It's gone. Pick that up. Pick up your tooth, man. Hey, you got knocked the fuck out. Yeah, man. Hockey live is dope. I mean, I'll go again. I look forward to the next time. Bunch of little kids, though, man. Make your kids sit down, man.
This was minor league, right?
Minor league, but it was still good.
Well, the minor league stuff is always like focused around the family and all that kind of stuff. So there's always a lot of kids, and it's less expensive. But it's glass seats at hockey is awesome anytime you get them, man. I mean, that's really cool. So, congratulations on your first hockey game, man.
Yeah, this was the support, and it was to support autism too, man. That's important, man. We have so many afflictions and challenges in life that other people have. I mean, like I'm gonna go to the gym when we finish this show. And sometimes I go to the gym just because I can. Because there are people out here that can't. You know what I mean? Like They don't have the ability to just live what we call a normal life. So I don't never take that for granted. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm cheap or frugal. I like to say frugal.
See,
but there was plenty of raffle tickets. That I mean, not because just because it was autism. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is what it is. Some days I feel very appreciative for the life I do have as opposed to the life I wish I'd had. And it could be worse, people. It could be much worse.
listen, man, I'm with you on the cheap, frugal thing, man. It's like I've tried to explain to some people in the past that it's like I'm not cheap, but I have been poor. So I understand.
We're always
And,
planning.
and that mentality, man, it
Poor.
takes forever to go away. It's no matter how much money you have, you're never not poor. You're just this far away from being poor again. And to me, it's kind of always been that way. It's like, I'm doing okay now, and this is the best I've ever been doing, and I'm still not anywhere near where I want to be. But I kind of thought several months ago, I was like, man, you know what? I'm buying brand name laundry detergent instead of buying it at the dollar store or the cheap stuff or whatever. It's like, I'm gonna do it. I can afford that now. You know what? And I'm not even going to think about it. And that to me is kind of like, that's that poor mentality saying it's okay to spend that money. It's like a couple bucks extra, whatever. But it's man, that stuff never goes away. So I feel you on that, man. So
Name brand ain't always the best brand though, bro.
What is?
Name brand ain't always the best brand.
Well, that's true. That's true. But this had like a smell to it, so I thought it was nice. My shirt smelled nice when I go to work now. So anyway, for Dave's dialogue, just man, I hate what's going on in Ukraine and Russia right now, and I hope they clear that stuff up quick. That's all I could say. I mean, it's horrible. It's horrible, and you got some people supporting it, and you got most of the world saying no, it's a bad thing. And I could go probably talk to you about an hour on it. What I think, I'm not gonna. I'm just saying I hope they clear it up quick, and I feel bad for the people in Ukraine right now being invaded.
The Klitschko brothers, one of the Klitschko brothers of Hall of Fame boxers, is a mayor in one of the cities in Ukraine, and they say they're going to fight on behalf of Ukraine. I wish all world leaders would do this, because if President Biden, President Trump, President Bush, President whoever was
Putin.
making a decision, whoever it might be, if you're a world leader and you had to say, hey, we're going to fight this war, and I have to go too, maybe you'll think a little differently about fighting that war. Now, if you was man enough to say, we fighting this war and I'm going to lead the charge, you can get out there and do your Genghis Khan. If you was man enough to do that, then I probably would be more supportive of any war, because if it means that much to you that you're going to get out there and throw them hands too, then let's go and do it. But they don't, except for unless your name is a Klitschko. And so I'm with you, Dave, man. I know that birthday wishes don't come true, because I've been blowing out candles for a long time, hoping for world peace. After about 12 years of asking for world peace, I remember being little, talking about, man, wishing for world peace, making sure I blew out all the candles, got spit and saliva all over the cake, right? And then after about 8 years, and like, I didn't even know what world peace meant. I didn't know what world war meant. I didn't know what none of that meant. But all I knew was I was just tired of damn hearing it. Just so damn tired of hearing it. I'm a kid listening to people talking about different wars in the past and possible wars that could happen. I just got so damn tired of hearing it. I mean, I'm going to use my damn birthday wishes on this. But it ain't never happened. So if any kid out there listening, wish for a dirt bike. It's more likely.
Amen. So that's all I got. Sign us off.
Peace. I know for some of y'all looking for the sign off, I'm working on a new one. Uh-huh.
Preachers from the bleachers, guys.